As y'all know, the GTA 6 cover trailer has dropped. That is honestly crazy that the game is so big that it needs a cover trailer. That's crazy. But we got overanalyzing the GTA 6 box art and Vice City video. Listen, this is the this gonna tell us everything we need to know. This nigga went through all the screenshots, all the videos, deciphered, decoded, all that, so we could literally just watch the video and enjoy it. So first, we need to shout out Adient, bro. Real nigga, bro. Real nigga. You feel what I'm saying? Matter of fact, we're gonna drop a sub, bro. First time dropping the sub on a reaction video. Because, hey, this nigga right here doing shit that I would not do. Let's get to it.
It's official, GTA 6 pre-orders are happening next week on June 25th.
Oh, June 25th? Oh, yeah, I know about this. Since GTA 6 is going on pre-order June 25th, I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting the most expensive version of the game. I'm not gonna lie, I don't even care if I go in overdraft on my account, though. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. That new transmission in that car gonna have to wait, bro. I'm getting GTA 6. I'm not gonna lie.
Rockstar Games just put out a tweet revealing not only the pre-orders happening, but also the GTA 6 cover art. We've been long speculating whether or not...
Alright, now let's do our own analyzing before he does his own thing, because we have not seen... I've seen it, but not on big screen like y'all seen it right now, too. This looks cool. I mean, this looks calm. It seems it's like a Florida vibe. You can tell it's two main characters right here. At the end of the day, it's just a cover art, so... You know what I'm saying? Not everything in this cover art, you know, means that a certain thing. This is literally just pictures. Let's not be delusional. I'll move out the way for those who, you know, my body cam was in the way. You know, nothing too crazy.
They're going to keep with the standard GTA cover art style, or if they're going to do something new for GTA 6, and we finally have our answer.
Similar,
they're going
but
to be
different,
doing the standard,
it's like
typical GTA cover art, and I personally think it looks fantastic. But in addition to that, we also have a brand new video on the GTA 6 website. So of course, knowing me, we're going to be overanalyzing and getting every detail that we can out of both the GTA 6 cover art and the video on the website. So let's dig in. So the first thing that stood out to me when looking at this cover art is in the top left we have the helicopter. And if you...
Okay. So what I'm finna do, we're gonna watch... I don't know, should we... Fuck it, we're gonna pull up the Vice City video. Because I haven't seen it, and for those who haven't seen it, let's just get the raw look through, and then we'll get him to explain it. That's what we'll do. W edit and watch this. 3, 2, 1. Okay? For those who wants to... I had the whole experience. I mean, dude literally dropped it right here. You click here in the description. Nice, simple right here. Nice animation, nice smooth animation. PS5 and Xbox Series X. We all knew this. So, those who are on PS4, I'm not gonna lie, bro. If you are able to get a job, if you are at an age that you are able to get a job by June, you should be able to save up to get a PS5, bro. If you really want to get GTA 6, you are able to save up to get a PS5, bro. So I don't feel bad for the PS4 users. And that's coming from someone who was late to everything. For the only reason why, you know what I'm saying, thank God I got 9 to 5. But y'all nigga need to turn me up on the stream and shit so I can, you know what I'm saying, quit the 9 to 5 so I can, you know what I'm saying, stream full time, you know what I'm saying. But, you feel me? Let's get to this video. I'm yapping. So what's the video? Trailer 2. Media and Network. Okay, we'll let him do these two. I'm sure he talks about all that. Let's just watch the trailer 2 though. Okay, hold on. Okay, so this was Mason. Damn, 2 years apart, bro. That's crazy. I remember being in school watching the first one.
What you doing up there? I'll just fix this.
Wait a minute, nigga. Didn't I see this already?
Some leaks. Shit.
Didn't we see this already? I think we seen this already. Wait a minute. When was this uploaded? 1 year ago. Bro, we seen this. My fault, y'all.
You don't know, every single GTA cover art has featured a helicopter in the top left, so it's pretty awesome to see that they're sticking with this tradition. And then in the middle, we of course have our main protagonists, Jason and Lucia. And it's also worth noting that this specific piece of artwork of Jason and Lucia is actually its own individual artwork that you can download from the GTA 6 website. And when you go and check out the full version, you can see that they're standing in front of what appears to be Vice City off in the distance. And someone a part of the GTA 6 mapping project has probably already figured out exactly where they're standing in the game, so be on the lookout for that information elsewhere, because I'm not going to be the person that's figuring that one out. It's also worth noting that this artwork is titled Jason and Lucia 03 on the website, which is interesting because the other times that we've gotten the other Jason and Lucia artworks were paired with the other trailers. So the Jason and Lucia 01 artwork and the Jason and Lucia 02 artwork were paired with trailers 1 and 2 respectively. So is it that crazy to me to think that we'll be getting trailer 3 next week with the pre-orders? I think it's not that crazy. But
alright, relax. You know, let's not jump the gun. GTA, well, I wouldn't say GTA, I would say Rockstar. Rockstar is literally like, bro, I wouldn't be surprised if they delayed again. You feel me? So I'm not believing it till I'm sparking up stream, playing it in my physical hands, dog. I'm not believing it until that moment right there, literally.
Anyway, that's speculation for another time, I suppose. Back to the cover art. In the top right corner, we have a man doing a wheelie on a motorcycle with a police officer chasing him right beside him. And similarly to the helicopter in the top left corner, this is also notable because ever since Vice City, with the exception of San Andreas, we have had someone riding a motorcycle in this top right slot. And we can also confirm that this scene is taking place in Vice City because of the police car. This police car design is the one that is used in Vice City, and we've seen this design elsewhere in the trailers and screenshots, so we can confirm that this is the Vice City police car. Moving to the middle on the left side, we have our cover girl for GTA 6, and this is yet another thing that is pretty standard with the GTA covers, dating back to Vice City. She appears to be wearing a cropped jersey of the Vice City Manatees, and we saw a full version of this jersey back in trailer 2 when Draquan was wearing it in one of the scenes with Jason.
Yeah,
and of course,
bro,
the Vice City Manatees are a parody of the Miami Dolphins in real life. And now that this is the second time that someone is wearing the Vice City Manatees jersey, I'm curious to see what other ways they'll show up in the game once it's finally out. I think it would be pretty cool and immersive in the game if you could walk by a bar and see a TV playing a game for the Vice City Manatees. Now, I highly doubt that Rockstar will actually allow you to go and attend one of the Vice City Manatee games, but even the small things like seeing a little bit of it.
I mean, what if you can watch a football game in GTA 6? Like, I can go to the stadium, the Vice City Stadium, and boom, a football game
on the TV as you walk by outside would be pretty cool detail to see. In her hand, she is holding a can of Thaw, which appears to be a parody of White Claw. And we have actually already seen Thaw in trailer 1 at the end when Jason and Lucia kick in the door of the gas station that they're robbing. You can see it being advertised on the door right here. And if we look into the background, we can see that she seems to be standing in or nearby a pool. And it also seems like this pool is connected to the back of a hotel. It's difficult to tell, but that's my best assumption. I could be completely wrong, but that's what this building seems to be to me. And based on that, I will assume that this is somewhere in Vice City. Not that that really matters one way or the other. Moving over to the middle, we have what I believe is a crocodile. Let me know in the comments down below if I got that correct or wrong. I feel like I'm pretty confident.
Bro,
one of these days I will actually finally know this for sure and be confident about this 100%, but Today is not that day. But anyway, we have what I believe is a crocodile surfacing itself amongst lily pads in the water. And I think it's pretty safe to assume that this scene is from the Grass Rivers, the Everglades equivalent. And if you haven't seen it already, I would highly recommend you go check out my recent video where I went down to the Everglades to check out what the Grass Rivers is going to be like in the game. And then on the middle right,
this is a new level of dedication, bro. He literally went to the freaking location of GTA 6 just for this video. Clap it up for bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Ike, who we are already familiar with from the stuff that we got after the trailer 2 drop on the website with all the screenshots and the character bios. And in this image, he seems to be wearing the same exact outfit that he was wearing in the key art of him.
This is a red flag right here. This is low-key a red flag. This bullshit jacket, bro. Let's talk about it. You feel what I'm saying? Why do they still have this trash 2011, 13, you know what I'm saying, type of clothing, bro? We don't wear this no more, bro. This is old head drip. Like, jewelry cool, everything else cool. But this jacket, no.
That we got on the website with his character bio, or at least the jacket and the chains around his neck are the same. So this appears to be possibly his iconic look. Maybe he just loves wearing this jacket and those chains. And I can't blame them, they look pretty cool. Moving to the bottom and final row, in the bottom left we have a car on what is clearly Ocean Drive in the background. In the background we specifically can see the Boardwalk Hotel sign, and we've already seen this building a couple times already. We've seen it in trailer 1, we've seen it in the screenshot of Jason, and we've also seen it in the video of
Lucia it's gonna be weird playing GTA 6,
and I'm not the greatest at IDing cars,
good.
And also not the greatest at pronouncing things, so I might be getting this wrong, but I do believe that this is a Pegassi sports car. And if this is the case, we have already seen this vehicle in the second trailer for GTA 6. And in the bottom middle, we have Raul Batista standing in front of the San Frontera National Bank building. We can see Jason and Lucia robbing the bank in the second trailer, and we can also see Raul Batista participating in what we can assume is the same bank heist in his own video from the website. And this art here seems to be
tough movements. Let's analyze. Let's analyze anything. New hairstyles. I'm seeing
directly from said video. I have a feeling that this bank heist is going to be one of the first big jobs that we get to do in the game, but you know, we'll have to just wait and see. And in our final image on the bottom right, we have a boat gliding across the waters and a pink flamingo flying overhead. Honestly, not much to say about this one, not much to gain from it, but like I will say it's a pretty cool piece of art, and I do like it. It's one of my favorites from the cover art. Overall, I'm a huge fan of this cover art. The details in these little tiny pieces of artwork are just incredible. I think my favorite might be the crocodile, honestly. I don't know, there's just something about it. So that is it for the cover art, but we actually have one more thing to look at, and that is the video that they put up on the website. Now, Rockstar has been incredibly generous here and given us a total of 8 seconds of the Vice City skyline with a beautiful sunset behind it.
8 seconds is the video? I'm thinking they dropped a fucking trailer, gang. They dropped 8 seconds? That is not no video. Gang, that's a freaking TikTok. What are we talking about right here, bro?
You can see quite a few notable landmarks in this video right at the start, such as the Ferris wheel and the Sahara Center, which is the Kasaya Center in real life. We've already gotten quite a few views of these two landmarks themselves over the course of the trailers and the screenshots and then the website videos, so this isn't anything new. But one thing that I would like to point attention towards in this same general area is the reflections of the skyline on the water, which I personally think looks fantastic. You can not only see the skyline itself being reflected.
Oh my god.
Obviously, this is literally for the trailer, bro. Like, that's obviously for the water,
but you can also see hints of the actual sunset. And then looking back up at the sky, first of all, the sunset is absolutely beautiful, but in the sky we can also see a ton of different aircraft vehicles. There are 6 aircraft vehicles right at the start, and then as the video plays, we have a 7th helicopter fly right by the camera. And then the water is even more populated with a total of 8 boats by my count. Going back to the start of the video, we obviously have the shipping port right right in the bottom left here, and then we have the road that connects Vice City's downtown to Vice Beach. But I want to point out on the far left how far in the distance we can see. I think that this is an area where the people over at the GTA 6 mapping project are going to be better at this than I am, but from my eyes, this seems to be some sort of large-scale power plant or factory. And the one that we already know a lot about is the US Sugar Factory in Ambrosia. Now, I'm not sure if Ambrosia is too far away for this to be even visible from Vice City. Like I said, this is a question better suited for the people over at the GTA 6 mapping project, not me. I would imagine it would be too far away for it to be visible from Vice City, but I have no idea. And then if we look on the right side of the skyline, it seems like we have some terrain variation visible way off in the distance here. And I would think that Mount Caliga is way too far away on the map for it to be visible in any capacity from Vice City, but maybe this is the first part of the terrain variation and the terrain change as you get closer to Mount Caliga. But yeah, this is going to be yet another thing that the GTA 6 mapping community will have to answer for us. Moving our attention back to the foreground and specifically over to the port, we can see that there is a cruise ship docked here. It seems to be docked in relatively the same spot that we could see it docked in this Vice City screenshot that we got with Trailer 2's drop. So it has me a little curious as to whether or not this cruise ship is going to be a real living part of the world, or if it's just going to be a static thing that permanently lives in this one location on the map. It's also possible that Rockstar is purposefully showing us this location in kind of the same state that it was in this screenshot because they don't want to give any additional information away. So it's, you know, it's not worth speculating a whole lot on the cruise ship. So we've talked about the vehicles in the sky, we've talked about the vehicles in the water, but we haven't talked much about the vehicles on the ground. Yes, I'm talking about cars. And if you look at the roadways that are visible in this video, you'll immediately see that there's just a ton of movement everywhere.
Where the hell do he see a car? For reals. Where do he see a car?
This video. On the left side above the port, you can see this bridge carrying a ton of traffic, and then obviously the roadway on the left side that's also a bridge carrying traffic from Vice City to Vice Beach also has a lot of traffic moving on it. And while all of the roadways are very busy with traffic, the places that aren't very busy with traffic at all are the port areas, which makes sense because it's not the normal working hours. So I think that this is another indication based on a lot of other different things that we've seen in the lead up to the game that population density and traffic flow will change throughout the day depending on the time and what you would expect to be happening during that time. So for example, in the middle of the night, the ports are just not going to be as active. Now let's turn our attention to the latter half of the video where we get a better view of what's below us. On the ground, things are not as populated as they are on the water or in the sky, as I can only see 4 NPCs total here. We can see 2 NPCs on this tennis court here, and then on the left we can see these 2 NPCs standing over here near these lights.
This nigga is like, what if this is just dirt on his monitor, bro? like what if this is just dirt on his monitor and he over here thinking it's GTA 6 NPCs?
So not a very busy night for this part of Vice City, I suppose. Next, I would like to turn our attention to the interiors that are visible on the buildings seen in this video. And more specifically, the interiors on the left, because those are just closer to the camera, so it's easier for us to take a look at these. Even still, we don't have the greatest view of these interiors just because of the distance here. And it also seems most likely that these interiors are not real physical spaces that we'll be able to go into and explore, because from what I can tell, they seem to just be using the parallaxing effect, which honestly isn't the most surprising thing in the world. And while it's still possible that we could explore these apartment units in the game, I mean, the technology is theoretically there, I don't know if it's going to be in the final game. That being said, each of these interiors that we do have eyes on seem to be unique and different from one another, which in of itself is a pretty good sign. Now I would like to turn our attentions to the building on the right, and specifically the amenities that this residential building seems to offer to its residents. Earlier, when we were taking a look at the NPCs that we could see, we had these 2 on the tennis court, so obviously this residential building has a tennis court for its residents, and then behind that tennis court we can see a pool illuminated by lights. And this reminded me of the one screenshot that we got back when Trailer 2 dropped of the overview of Vice City, and we could see the basketball court on the left side in the front. And it's just making me think about how much detail is packed into this city.
Bro, is this real?
There seems to be a lot of different amenities attached to these buildings. And if you think about,
I know this is GTA, but is this real? That shit actually looks real, bro. If this is AI or GTA, I'm cooked, bro.
Because there seems to be a lot of different amenities attached to these buildings. And if you think about how many buildings they might have to do that for, that's just a ton of work. I know we've seen a lot from GTA 6 now, but I still think that there is a lot that we don't know, and we're going to be blown away by just how much detail is in this game when it finally comes out. And the final thing that I want to point out here from this video is that as the camera pushes back and the video gets blurry, we get a view of this crane on a construction site in the bottom right, which is just yet another sign that Vice City, much like Los Santos, will forever be in a state of progress and under construction forever. So that's it, covering the new things that Rockstar has given us today. But before we go, I want to turn our attentions to the website for GTA 6 because, like I said, it has been updated today as well. The website now hosts the video that we just spent the last 6 minutes or so dissecting, and it also shows you the GTA 6 cover art. But
okay, so he's just talking about the website now. Okay. Well, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all boy like and subscribe on the way 900. Yeah!
Bitch, got them hoes, my whole person, my whole do what she wanted to do. I'ma fuck that bitch in the back of the coupe. Ain't going outside, can't fuck with these dudes. Got a bag on me, put a bag on you. Ain't black in the back of the spot, holding the block. Ain't get fucked by dudes.